Your quality of life is not decided by how much money you make. It's not decided by how smart you are. It's not even decided by how disciplined you are. It's decided by the people you go home to. If you've ever had a great day at work, and then one tense phone call ruined it. If you've ever felt successful but strangely empty. If you've ever noticed that your mood can change completely because of one family interaction, then you already know this is true. You probably just haven't fully admitted it. By the end of this video, you'll understand why your relationships, especially with your family of origin and the family you create, quietly determine the quality of your life, and how seeing this clearly can shift your priorities, your peace, and even your future. We live in a culture that worships independence. We celebrate the self-made person, the hustler, the achiever, the one who doesn't need anyone. But if you look closely at your own life, you'll notice something uncomfortable. Your emotional stability rises and falls with the health of your closest relationships, not your LinkedIn profile, not your bank account, not your follower count. The people closest to you shape your nervous system. They shape your sense of safety. They shape your energy. Think about it. You can survive a stressful job if your home feels warm, but if your home feels tense, even an easy job becomes heavy. You can handle criticism from strangers if you feel supported by your partner. But if you feel alone in your own house, the smallest outside pressure feels overwhelming. Why is that? Because humans are wired for attachment. Before you had goals, you had caregivers. Before you had ambition, you had belonging. The first place you learned what love feels like was not in romance. It was in your family of origin. And whether that love was steady or chaotic, warm or conditional, predictable or confusing, your body remembers. You may think you've outgrown your childhood, but your nervous system hasn't forgotten it. Imagine a woman who grew up with a father who was emotionally distant. He provided. He worked hard, but he rarely expressed affection. As an adult, she finds herself attracted to partners who are also distant. She feels anxious. She chases reassurance. She wonders why love feels like work. She blames herself for being too needy. But what if she's not needy? What if she's replaying a pattern her body learned early on, that love must be pursued? We don't choose our early emotional training. We absorb it, quietly, deeply. And here's where things get even more subtle. Your parents were shaped by their parents, and their parents by theirs. Generational patterns don't shout. They whisper. An anxious mother creates a hypervigilant child. A critical parent creates a perfectionist adult. A parent who never felt safe creates a child who struggles to relax. It's not about blame. It's about awareness. Pause for a moment and ask yourself, when you feel triggered today, how old do you actually feel? 35 or 7? Your relationship with your family of origin is not just history. It is active inside you, every day. Now let's shift to the second pillar. The family you create, your partner, your spouse, your children, or even your chosen family, the few close people who truly know you. These relationships don't just add to your life. They multiply your emotional state. A man works hard to build his career. He gets promoted. He earns more. On paper, everything is improving. But at home, communication with his wife has slowly deteriorated. Conversations are short. Affection is rare. Small conflicts never get resolved. He starts feeling restless at work, less motivated, irritable. He thinks maybe he needs a new challenge, a new job, but the real issue isn't his career. It's the emotional atmosphere he returns to every night. Your closest relationships are the emotional climate of your life. If the climate is stable, you can endure storms. If the climate is tense, even sunny days feel cloudy. We underestimate this because modern culture glorifies independence. Cut people off. Protect your peace. You don't owe anyone anything. And yes, sometimes distance is necessary. There are exceptions: abuse, chronic manipulation, persistent harm. In those cases, boundaries are not selfish. They are survival. But outside of extreme situations, long-term disconnection slowly erodes well-being. Humans don't just need to be loved. They need to love. Think about your best memories. Were they solo achievements or shared moments? A child laughing, a partner saying, "I'm proud of you," a sibling defending you, a parent finally understanding you. Even small moments, a family dinner without tension, can feel grounding. Connection is not a luxury, it is infrastructure. Without it, success feels hollow. Now let's talk about the difficult part. Not every family of origin relationship can be perfectly healed. Some parents lack emotional tools, some conflicts run deep. But here's the shift. Unresolved relationships cost energy. Every time you rehearse old arguments in your head, every time you anticipate judgment before a visit, every time you feel like you're still trying to prove something, that background stress lowers your quality of life. Not dramatically, but steadily. A son feels constant pressure to succeed because his parents sacrificed everything to immigrate. He loves them deeply, but he also feels trapped by expectations. He overworks. He burns out. He resents them silently. One day he realizes something important. They didn't demand perfection. He internalized it. It was fear of disappointing them. Once he sees that clearly, he begins to separate love from pressure. The relationship softens. His anxiety decreases. Sometimes the repair is external. Sometimes it's internal. The key is awareness. And now, a deeper question. Why do these two relationship systems, family of origin and family of procreation, matter so much? Because they represent your past and your future. One shaped you, the other reflects you. One explains your patterns. The other reveals them. If you don't understand the first, you unconsciously repeat it in the second. You cannot build a peaceful family if you are unconsciously reacting to the one you came from. You don't have to blame. You don't have to accuse. But you do have to understand. And understanding doesn't mean excusing harm. It means recognizing patterns. Ask yourself, do I respond to conflict the way my parents did? Do I avoid emotions because that's what I saw growing up? Do I overgive because love felt conditional? Do I withdraw because vulnerability felt unsafe? These questions are not meant to create guilt. They are meant to create clarity. Because here's the quiet truth. A good life is relational. Career is furniture. Money is decoration. Travel is scenery. But relationships are foundation. If the foundation cracks, everything shakes. If the foundation is stable, storms become survivable. This doesn't mean perfection. Every family has conflict. Every partnership has tension. Every parent makes mistakes. The goal is not flawless harmony. It's emotional repair. It's willingness. It's effort. It's showing up. So what does this mean practically? It means investing attention where it actually matters. It means choosing conversations over ego. It means setting boundaries without cruelty. It means recognizing when pride is costing connection. And sometimes it means accepting that not every relationship can be close, but deciding consciously, not reactively. In the end, your quality of life is not decided by how impressive your resume looks. It's decided by the emotional tone of your closest relationships, the ones who see you without performance, the ones who share your ordinary days. You can chase status forever and still feel lonely, or you can nurture connection and feel anchored, even when life is uncertain. So perhaps the real question isn't, how do I become more successful? But, how healthy are the relationships that quietly hold my life together? Because when those are steady, something remarkable happens. You sleep better. You worry less. You feel safer in your own skin, and that is quality of life. Not loud, not flashy, but deeply, quietly fulfilling. And maybe that's what we were looking for all along. Thank you for watching. Please share with others and subscribe for more videos.